My latest Ring of Trailer auction here. We have a 2020 Cayenne Turbo SE Hybrid, and this thing is cool. This is a first. I don't imagine a lot of people have driven these. They didn't put a lot of them out. I mean, they were so expensive when they were new. I don't really know sales numbers, but I can't imagine they sold a whole bunch of them. I mean, I think this one was 180, so you can imagine you put some more options on there and you're over 200 in a hurry. So this chalk, pictures do not do it justice. It is really striking in person. As far as imperfections on the exterior to point out, there really are none. I think one of the fender flares might have a nick in it. Let's see if we can find it. No. We'll go look at the other ones. I mean, I haven't even begun to open this thing up all the way. I think it's like 650 or 660 horsepower, which is crazy. You have a little pop-up rear spoiler. You can let it come up when it's supposed to, or you can do it yourself. I just popped it up there to demonstrate that it's functioning. Alright, so we're going to go through the interior a little quicker than I normally do. Being as this is a newer vehicle, we can assume that everything functions properly. So we're going to demonstrate the soft closed doors work. You may think that's not a big deal, but my wife has it on hers, and they come in handy. Then the rear hatch opening. We have all the chargers back there. Then I have the cover closed so no one sees what we got. So you have the entry and drive, of course. That way, that button right there, you can lock it. You can walk away from it. And a little I don't say secret, but maybe something a lot of people don't know about is you have load. You have this load button back here, and if you press it and hold it, the whole rear drops. You can't. Maybe you can tell. So the rear is down about 4 or 5 inches, then you raise it back up when you're done. Soft closed door, and then driver front. So the gnats are starting to come out, so we're gonna hop in here. So we're just gonna go through some basic systems on the car. Sunroof. Where's the sunroof button? There you go. Well, that was the pop. It's funny, when we bought my wife, so she has a 21 GTS, and we watched reviews on it. One of the only complaint the guy could come up with was that the shade, this shade here, takes too long to close. I thought that was kind of funny. So the interior, really no wear or imperfections to really point out. And there's a little, I guess, on the door panel here, but you would imagine it's probably from driving your arm. Well, that's not where I put my arm. I put my arm there. But the carbon fiber is in good shape. No cracking on the steering wheel. No cracking on the steering wheel. So right now I've been driving it a little bit on the hybrid. We're at 6 miles. So you can drive the car and then charge it. Where's the hybrid button? There it is. So you have all the different settings of what mode you want to be in. Right now I'm in sport. So I'm doing that with the sport chrono dial. So that's just straight battery. So now I'm charging the battery with the car running. And you have all the little fluorescent green touches, sport chrono dial, tachometer dial, the little green thing down there, the little LEDs lets you know that we're charging the battery. And then one of these you can actually see with the power routing. It's pretty neat. There it is. So there's all sorts of different settings and dials and information you can look at. So down with the PCM here, don't really have a lot of issues with these. Everything's pretty standard. If you're considering this vehicle or you've looked at them in the past and you've shopped them, then I'm going to assume you're fairly familiar with how the system operates. And if you're not, I can give you some pointers, because this is pretty much identical to my wife's car that we bought new in 21. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for media. There you go. So you can also go through the different settings on the piece. It's hard to see because of the... So this is like the touch panel. It's actually really easy to clean. That was one thing that we weren't sure about on hers, if it would... I mean, you do get fingerprints on it, but it cleans really easily. So you can use this panel up here to go through the options up here. But we've had her car for 4.5 years, and I think I probably touched this panel up here like 2 times. You don't really end up using this much. You really use the PCM buttons more than anything. So we have our heated vented seats. We have our suspension settings. Heated vented on the passenger side. I wanted to point out, so this is the park button on the shifter right here. You push that in, and as you can imagine, you press it the most, so the P is worn on this shifter here. So that's supposed to be like a P, not just like a white dot. But I just wanted to point that out. Not a big deal. I just wanted to make everybody aware. And we have our USBs. So yeah, wipers of course works, horn works. It's not like the 996s I sell, and you just have to go through every system to demonstrate that they work. Everything, cruise works, lights work, and these cars are engineered to the point where if there's something wrong, they will let us know, and we have no notifications. So that's a good sign that everything is all set on the vehicle. So one thing I did want to, well, I guess we can go through, the power fold mirrors, course, they function. So those 3 little dots you see on the mirror, well, you can, they're right there, the 3 dots, that's our lane keep. You can turn that off. Let's see if I can find that real quick. And if you turn it on, it blinks to let you know that it's on. You can turn the PSC system off. Change your chassis height, etc., etc. What am I doing? Oh yeah, you can set. So what this is, you could have like a sub setting in your PCM. So it's kind of like a split screen on the BMWs with iDrive. So we usually keep climate over here. So as you're driving, you can change your climate settings where you want the air distribution. Kind of comes in handy to do that. Or you can close it out and have a big PCM screen. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through we're not gonna do a half-hour video on this one. It's our garage home link. So you can turn off park assist, like if you're in a drive-through and it's going bananas, you can tell it to be quiet. There's our reverse camera. We got front and rear beepers. You can also turn it off here. Oh, it's on. You can turn it off or on right there. Very, 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 very clear screen there. All right, guys. Really cool vehicle. If you got questions, just let me know. And thank you.